Hello, um, here I am. This is Kay Hirai again. And this week, I want to share with you some of the things that I've been doing. Let me remove this. Just gave a wonderful little workshop on making peace cranes. So I still have this hanging right under my camera. So I'll just put it away. And this morning, I'm going to work on birthday. This is a birthday card week. And I always try to do one birthday card a month because to show you, because I think that birthday cards are always an important items because we have birthdays coming up all the time. And I have to say, do not go out and buy a card, but really make your own because it only takes minutes to do so. And so what I do for my daily practice is that I keep looking at things that I want, I'm thinking, and my brain is always working and wondering, what should I make this week? What is my daily practice? So this week, what motivated me was that I purchased a new pen. And this is the pen. I have a little marker on here so that I could spot it out easily in my pen case. But this is called, it is called Extra Fine Brush by Uniball. Do you see that? It's called Extra Fine Brush by Uniball. And I already have a fine brush pen that I just love. Is this Pentel pocket liner. And I love this, but now when I found something that says extra fine, it really attracted me to this pen. So I ordered it and oh my gosh, I just love this pen. So on the package of this pen, I saw this little design right here. And I thought, wow, that's really great. So then I decided to practice, make that into one of my daily practices. And I started to, here's a little envelope that I have, that's something that came in the mail and I just grabbed it. I'm one of these spur of the moment type of people. When I want to do something, I just do it no matter where it is. So I started to practice on drawing very, very, very fast, intuitive kind of flowers. And you don't really have to be doing everything exact. And it just, to me, this design just appealed to me. So let's go ahead and do this and see if I could make this into a birthday card. So because it's such a simple design, I decided that I'm going to make the card so that it kind of looks torn on the outside edge. And I did quite a few of these cards. And I practiced one on this card and I really liked the way it came out. So I thought I'd show you several different ways that we could do this. So let's first start out by cutting your card out, and I'll show you how to do this. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a brush, ruler, and put it right on the edge. And I'm not even really measuring or anything because I want this to be, I want it to look randomly cut, not perfectly cut. So to me, it doesn't even really matter to me if it's just a perfect circle, perfect square or oblong. I'm just kind of going for it. So you just go ahead and take your brush and dip it with water. And then once we do that, I'm going to take a brush, ruler, and then I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and once on the right side and once maybe on the opposite side. So it just puts a further indentation on this card. And I was going to say, and I meant this, I'm promoting this as a birthday card to you, but really, if you think about this, this is such a versatile card. And I'm sure that you have a neighbor or friend or somebody maybe you don't know that well that you want to maybe say thank you to or send a little message. So I didn't mean it for it to be just a birthday card. I think this card is very versatile. I'm going to wet it one more time. And then I'm going to put the ruler right here in. I'm going to go ahead and bend it. Bend, bend, bend. And I'm going to bend this side. And actually this part is very, very simple and fast to make if it wasn't for this part that I'm doing. So if you want to do this, go ahead and make some of these ahead of time. Okay, now we bent it. So now I'm going to start the tearing process. Something about these torn edges really gives your card a kind of a very warm, homemade look. Yeah, for this, but it's okay. I'll go this way. And by the way, you could also buy these cards already torn like this too. Okay, here we go. See what that looks like? It just gives it a really nice look. So in order to come up with something, and for me, a lot of times I just do freehand, but I'm not going to do that today because I want to show you the process in how I create these. So I'm going to take a very light color in watercolor pencil, and I'm just going to go ahead and draw some shapes. And it doesn't really matter what that really looks like, but I just want a general placement of the flowers. And you probably can't really see it, and I could hardly see it. Now I'm going to take this pen and I'm going to start. I'm going to hold the pen just straight up and down. I'm not going to do it very carefully. I want to kind of just go ahead and create a look that's kind of why don't we just start out with that? And then, and this will be a black and white version, by the way. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw a line. Real thin line. And then I'll probably just kind of cross this over. And I'm going to cross this over. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to bring it down into here. And I'm going to take this one, kind of do something like that. And now that I have some of the flowers in place, I'm just going to maybe put another one right here. I'm going to put the center here. And by the way, this ink is waterproof so that um, it will not smear even if you wet this with anything. Okay, so once the flowers are in place like that, I mean, it's not, don't you think that's pretty simple? It's just kind of wonky little shapes. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some leaves. So I'm just gonna go draw a line, leaf, I'm gonna draw a line. And this one here, I'm just gonna draw leaves like that. And maybe I'll do another one here. And you know what? This is just so nice because it just really comes out nice no matter how you do it. You just have to do it with a real light hand though. Don't press on the pen. And maybe this needs a little wonky flower piece here. And maybe a little one here. And put the leaves out this way. Then maybe I do another leaf here. There we go. That looks pretty balanced. And then right here, I'm just going to tie it like a little ribbon. And I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of do a wonky little tie. There we go. So here's this card, and I am really, really liking how it looks. The simplicity of this card is just beautiful. I think that you're going to be able to do this because it's a good practice, and flowers just look so loose. And if you want to, you could just go ahead and right here, like I could say, happy birthday. Happy. And if you don't feel very secure doing it this way, make sure you draw a couple lines and then start. There we go. What do you think? I love this. And then you could put this on another card and then just go ahead and mail it out like this. Now let's take one of these and that I've done already. And then I'm gonna now try, this is the one that I've done already. And I thought that I would try adding color to this and see what it would look like. And I think one of the fun things about doing your daily practice is that the more you do this, the better you get. And don't be afraid to try different ways. If you kind of get an idea to do a black and white, then of course the curious mind goes, I wonder what it would look like if I added some color on top of this. So I'm going to try that. So to do something like this, I would not use a real small brush. I would probably use a size, ideally this is size 6, yeah. And I will take a color and maybe 2 different colors of pink I'll do. And I'm just not gonna really be real careful with it. I have a lot of water on here. And so you could start up by just kind of dip. And you don't really have to do it, like I say, not perfect, but you're just kind of dipping around and lots of water on the brush. And I'm not even really careful, just, you know, doing all the spaces or anything like that. So I did some of that, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to get another color. And I'm gonna get something with a little bit more coral in here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other parts of it that I didn't do. And like I said, no need to be really careful with this. Even if it goes out of the line, it's even fine. There. Now I'm just going to take a size 4 brush, a smaller brush, and then try to, there we go, size 4. And then I'm going to get a green, and just go ahead, and I always feel more secure if I dab something on here. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill these little green spaces in so you'll have a little bit more color. This is a really great way to paint, by the way. It's just so easy and you really can't seem to go wrong on something like this. Or it is just like wonky little shapes. And if you don't even want to color it all in, you don't have to color it all in. I think that's a part of, like I keep saying over and over again, I really believe in doing small little pieces of daily practice, because you will get really good once you start practicing, and be curious and don't be afraid to try new things. And then right here, the stem, I'm just on some of them, I'm just going to go over with some green paint, but not much. I'm just kind of dabbing here and there. And then maybe come down here. And then I think maybe the ribbon could be, I don't want to do anything really. Maybe I'll just take this little bit of this light blue and color that ribbon in. I think sometimes imperfect things make perfect little cards. So here it is, 2 different ways. And you could just go ahead and try these 2. But then I want to try a 3rd way. I'd like to try something where I'm going to take one of these cards and I'm going to take this little card and I'm going to try to just paint directly on here and without much thought. I might try to do one of these little wonky flowers, no outline, no nothing. And try to take different colors. Just dabbing things on here. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my green and see. Now, if it doesn't come out, then I'm sorry, but it just didn't come out. So the first stem, second stem, and you know, even if you just touch a little bit at the bottom and the color leaks right into the flower, that's fine, because look how beautiful that the little leakage in the bottom makes it look like. Well, I love that. So it could be very, very simple, and you don't really have to. And just press down and up, press down and up. Down, press down. And it could be just so simple. And these little ones, you could just put a little. There, I don't think it needs any more than that. Just kind of now, I'm just kind of dabbing. There we go. And then I don't think I'm gonna even put a ribbon on the bottom of this. And here we go. It's just as simple as that. And if you want to, you could embellish it a little bit more at the end. Once it dries, you could add a few more little streaks and things like that on here. But for me, I'm satisfied with what I was able to do. So that's a freehand drawing. This is a brush pen drawing with a little bit of color on it, just dabbing color. And then this is just brush painting with no color. And I just feel like if I had a bunch of these cards made up, I could give it to anybody at a moment's notice. And it could be a thank you card. It could be a sympathy card. It can be a birthday card, whatever you like. So I hope you enjoyed this today. And I hope that you'll be trying some of these out. And remember, daily practice is what is going to build your skill. And I just know that if you keep doing your daily practice and trying different kinds of things, you will see yourself improving every day, because I know that it really helps me. I was never able to do something like this before, but now I can, and I'm just really happy about it. So anyway, keep working. Thank you.